everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you're excited about our content, please hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss an update. Your support keeps us going, and we can't wait to share more amazing content with you. Let's dive right in. On Monday, February 17th, a catastrophic accident unfolded at Toronto Pearson International Airport when a Delta Airlines flight experienced a dramatic loss of control during landing, leaving an indelible mark on everyone who witnessed it. In a series of harrowing moments captured on video, the jet was seen sliding uncontrollably along the runway before flipping over and erupting into flames. The footage, which quickly spread online, reveals a scene of chaos and disbelief as the aircraft's wing is torn off and its tail becomes engulfed in a fierce blaze. At the time of the accident, there were 80 passengers and crew members on board, and emergency services rushed to the scene, managing to transport 21 individuals to nearby hospitals, 3 of whom remain in critical condition. This dramatic incident, occurring in one of Canada's busiest aviation hubs, has spurred a flurry of activity from officials, witnesses, and aviation experts alike, all seeking to understand the precise chain of events that led to this disaster. Eyewitnesses at the scene described the moments before and after the accident with a mix of shock and sorrow, recalling how a normally routine landing quickly descended into a nightmare. Bystanders reported that the aircraft, initially appearing to approach the runway under normal conditions, suddenly began to skid on what many believe were slippery, wet conditions. One witness recalled the unsettling silence that followed the first signs of trouble, only to be shattered by the sound of screeching tires and the rapid onset of flames. The vivid accounts from those present paint a picture of an unfolding tragedy that left onlookers frozen in horror, as the aircraft, unable to regain control, violently overturned and caught fire. In the midst of the chaos, emergency responders were seen dashing towards the scene, their quick actions undoubtedly playing a crucial role in preventing further loss of life amid the pandemonium. In the immediate aftermath of the accident, Delta Airlines and Toronto Pearson officials released statements expressing their deep regret over the incident and promising a thorough investigation into its causes. A spokesperson for Delta Airlines conveyed heartfelt condolences to the families and loved ones affected by the tragedy, emphasizing that the airline was fully cooperating with the relevant authorities. The statement underscored the airline's long-standing commitment to safety and reiterated that every possible measure was being taken to ascertain the factors that led to the accident. Meanwhile, airport officials at Toronto Pearson stressed that safety remained their utmost priority, and they assured the public that a comprehensive review of the incident would be conducted. Early indications suggest that adverse weather conditions, including wet runway surfaces at the time of landing, may have played a role in the loss of control experienced by the aircraft, although officials have yet to confirm any single cause. As investigations commenced, experts in aviation safety began to examine the incident from multiple angles, considering both environmental factors and potential mechanical failures. Preliminary insights have suggested that the aircraft's braking system and landing gear could have been compromised by the slick conditions, contributing to the aircraft's inability to stop effectively. In addition, experts are scrutinizing the flight data recorders and cockpit voice recordings to piece together a more detailed chronology of the event. These devices are expected to offer critical information regarding the actions taken by the pilots in the moments leading up to the accident, and may shed light on whether technical malfunctions or human error played a significant role. The involvement of the Canadian Transportation Safety Board, TSB, alongside other regulatory agencies, underscores the seriousness with which this incident is being approached, with every detail set to be meticulously examined in the coming weeks. Local residents and members of the Toronto community have expressed profound concern and sadness following the news of the accident, with many calling for swift and transparent action from authorities. In neighborhoods surrounding the airport, where the hum of daily life was abruptly interrupted by the unfolding crisis, community leaders have emphasized the need for increased safety measures to prevent future tragedies. Social media platforms have been awash with personal accounts and expressions of support for those affected, with many users lamenting the incident as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of air travel. In response to mounting public pressure, local government representatives have reassured citizens that a full investigation is underway, and that lessons learned from this disaster will be used to enhance airport safety protocols and emergency response strategies across the region. The incident has also ignited a broader discussion within the aviation industry about the inherent risks of air travel, even among carriers renowned for their safety records. Delta Airlines, known for its decades-long reputation for operational excellence and safety, now finds itself at the center of an investigation that could prompt far-reaching changes in industry practices. Aviation experts have noted that while incidents of this magnitude are exceedingly rare, each event serves as a critical learning opportunity. They stress that a multifaceted approach, encompassing improvements in aircraft design, enhanced pilot training programs, and more rigorous maintenance of airport infrastructure, is essential to mitigating the risks associated with adverse weather conditions and other operational hazards. In this context, the accident is viewed not only as a tragedy but also as a catalyst for potential advancements in aviation safety, prompting a re-evaluation of existing protocols and the implementation of more robust contingency measures. As the investigation deepens, a clear picture is beginning to emerge of the sequence of events that led to the accident. Sources indicate that the timeline of the incident was extraordinarily compressed, with the aircraft transitioning from a routine landing approach to a full-blown emergency in a matter of seconds. Initially, the flight appeared to be on course for a standard landing, with passengers and crew alike expecting nothing out of the ordinary. However, as the aircraft neared the runway, conditions deteriorated rapidly. Possibly due to a combination of heavy moisture on the runway and unexpected wind conditions. The resulting loss of traction caused the aircraft to skid, and despite the pilot's best efforts to regain control, the jet eventually overturned and sustained significant structural damage. In the ensuing moments, flames quickly took hold, further complicating rescue efforts and intensifying the urgency of the situation. The response by emergency services in the wake of the accident has been widely commended, with first responders lauded for their rapid and effective actions under extreme pressure. Firefighters, paramedics, and airport security personnel worked in unison to contain the blaze and secure the area, ensuring that the injured were promptly attended to and that the scene was stabilized for further investigation. Medical teams, some of whom were on standby at the airport, were immediately mobilized to treat the 21 individuals who sustained injuries, with several patients requiring intensive care due to the severity of their burns and other trauma. The coordinated efforts of these teams not only helped to mitigate the immediate human cost of the accident, but also underscored the critical importance of preparedness and swift intervention in the face of unforeseen emergencies. In the days following the incident, both Delta Air Lines and Canadian aviation authorities have pledged to leave no stone unturned in determining the root causes of the accident. The investigation is expected to be exhaustive, incorporating a detailed review of flight data, mechanical assessments of the aircraft, and analyses of the environmental conditions prevailing at the time of the landing. Early investigative efforts are focused on understanding how the interplay between weather conditions and potential mechanical issues may have precipitated the loss of control. Aviation analysts have pointed out that while adverse weather can significantly increase operational risks, it is often the combination of environmental factors with technical or procedural lapses that ultimately leads to such catastrophic outcomes. As such, the ongoing inquiry is not only aimed at uncovering immediate causes but also at identifying systemic vulnerabilities that could be addressed to prevent future occurrences. The broader implications of this accident are already being felt throughout the aviation community, with discussions emerging about the need for enhanced safety protocols and more rigorous standards for both aircraft and airport infrastructure. Industry stakeholders are closely monitoring the situation, and several experts have suggested that the findings from the investigation could lead to significant regulatory changes. Proposals under consideration include improvements to runway surface materials to reduce slipperiness under wet conditions, the incorporation of advanced sensor technologies to provide real-time feedback on landing conditions, and the revision of pilot training programs to better prepare crews for handling unexpected emergencies. The accident at Toronto Pearson International Airport, though tragic, is being viewed as an opportunity to re-examine and potentially enhance the safety measures that underpin modern aviation practices, ensuring that every possible precaution is taken to safeguard passengers and crew in the future. In the wake of this devastating event, the sense of loss and urgency is palpable among all those connected to the incident, from the families of the injured to the broader community of aviation professionals. The stark images of the aircraft overturning and the intense flames that engulfed its structure serve as a powerful reminder of the inherent dangers of air travel, a domain where even the most advanced technologies and rigorous safety protocols can sometimes be overwhelmed by nature and circumstance. For Delta Air Lines, the accident represents a profound challenge to its long-standing reputation for safety, and the airline has reiterated its commitment to not only supporting the ongoing investigation, but also to implementing any necessary measures to prevent similar tragedies in the future. As the investigation unfolds, both the airline and regulatory authorities remain focused on transparency and accountability, recognizing that public trust in air travel depends on the assurance that every incident will be thoroughly examined and lessons duly learned. The community response has been marked by both sorrow and a resolve to pursue greater safety in the skies. Local government officials, alongside representatives from national aviation bodies, have vowed to work collaboratively to address the factors that contributed to the accident. This cooperative approach is expected to pave the way for improvements in emergency response protocols, as well as in the overall management and maintenance of airport facilities. The tragedy has not only impacted those directly involved, but has also ignited a wider conversation about how modern airports and airlines can better adapt to the challenges posed by rapidly changing environmental conditions and the complexities of contemporary air travel. In a time when the stakes are incredibly high, the incident stands as a sobering reminder that continuous vigilance and proactive measures are essential to ensuring that the skies remain as safe as possible for all travelers. As investigators continue to analyze the evidence and piece together the sequence of events, there is a collective hope that the insights gained will lead to tangible improvements in aviation safety. The lessons derived from this incident will likely influence not just the policies of Delta Air Lines and Toronto Pearson International Airport, but could also have far-reaching effects across the global aviation industry. The rigorous examination of every factor, from meteorological conditions and mechanical integrity to pilot responses and emergency procedures, will serve as the foundation for future safety enhancements. While the full impact of the accident is still being determined, the collaborative efforts of investigators, industry experts, and regulatory agencies underscore a shared commitment to learning from this tragedy and preventing its recurrence. Ultimately, the dramatic events of February 17 at Toronto Pearson International Airport have brought into sharp focus the vulnerabilities inherent in air travel, even for carriers with exemplary safety records. The accident, marked by its rapid onset and devastating consequences, has left a lasting imprint on those who witnessed it and those affected by it. It is a poignant reminder that while technological advancements and rigorous protocols have significantly reduced the risks associated with air travel, there remains an ever-present need for constant vigilance and continuous improvement. The combined efforts of Delta Air Lines, aviation safety authorities, and the wider community in response to this tragedy serve as a testament to the resilience and determination of the industry to learn, adapt, and ultimately enhance the safety of the skies for future generations. As the investigation continues and more details emerge, there is a cautious optimism that the insights gained will lead to meaningful reforms that will ensure such an event remains an isolated anomaly in the annals of aviation history, rather than a recurring tragedy that undermines public confidence in air travel.